My name is Adnan, and I'm 26 years old. I work as a junior software developer at a tech company in the city. My life was pretty normal and boring, until the day my ex-girlfriend walked back into it. Let me tell you about Aisha. She was my girlfriend for 2 years. We broke up 3 months ago. She said I was too focused on my career and didn't have time for her. But the truth? She left me for someone else. Her college friend, who now runs a successful business. The breakup hurt. A lot. I spent weeks trying to move on, but seeing her happy with someone else on social media made it worse. Then one Thursday afternoon, everything changed. I was sitting in our office cafeteria, having my usual coffee and sandwich, when I heard a familiar voice. Adnan? Is that really you? I looked up, and there she was. Aisha, looking exactly the same, maybe even more beautiful. And next to her stood that guy. Tall, well-dressed, confident. The man she left me for. My heart dropped. Hi, Aisha, I managed to say, trying to sound casual. Oh my God, I can't believe you work here, she said, smiling that smile I used to love. Rahul extended his hand. Nice to meet you, man. I shook it, feeling smaller than ever. So, Adnan, Aisha said, looking me up and down. Are you still single? No girlfriend yet? Something inside me snapped. Maybe it was pride. Maybe it was embarrassment. But I did something stupid. Actually, I'm dating someone. Her eyebrows raised. Really? That's surprising. Yeah, she works here too. We're pretty serious, actually. Oh? What's her name? Aisha asked, clearly not believing me. I panicked. You'll meet her at the company dinner party next week. You guys are invited, right? We are, Rahul said. Looking forward to it. Rah, rah, rah. As they walked away, Aisha glanced back with a smirk that said, I don't believe you. And that's when I realized I just made a huge mistake. Now, let me tell you about Sarah Khan. She's my boss. She's 35 years old, 9 years older than me. Sarah is the kind of woman who walks into a room and everyone notices. Not just because she's beautiful, but because she has this powerful presence. She has long dark hair, sharp eyes, and always wears professional clothes that make her look like she owns the place. Which, in a way, she does. She's the senior project manager, and everyone respects her. Some people are even scared of her. Sarah is single. I know this because people gossip. They say she's married to her job, that she's too focused on her career to date anyone. Some guys in the office have tried asking her out, but she always says no. I never thought about her that way. She was my boss. That was it. Until now. That evening, after everyone left the office, I stood outside Sarah's office for 10 minutes, gathering courage. Finally, I knocked. Come in. Her voice was firm. I walked in. She was looking at her laptop, typing something. Adnan? What is it? Do you need something? She asked without looking up. Ma'am, I need to ask you something. It's kind of weird. Now she looked at me. I took a deep breath and told her everything. About Aisha, about my lie, about the dinner party next week. So let me get this straight, she said, leaning back in her chair. You told your ex-girlfriend that you have a girlfriend, and now you need someone to pretend to be that girlfriend at a company party? Yes, ma'am. I know it sounds crazy. It is crazy, she interrupted. Then she smiled. Not her usual professional smile, but something different. And interesting. I blinked. What? I'll do it, she said simply. Really? You'll help me? On one condition. My heart started beating faster. What condition? She stood up and walked around her desk, coming closer to me. One kiss. After the party is over, you give me one kiss. That's my price for this deal. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. A kiss? Yes, Adnan. One kiss. Take it or leave it. Her eyes were challenging me. My mouth was dry. Because I find you interesting, and because I'm curious. She extended her hand. So? Deal? R. I looked at her hand, then at her face. What was I getting myself into? Deal, I said, shaking her hand. The next day, Sarah called me to her office during lunch break. Sit down, she said. If we're going to do this, we need to make it believable. We need a story. A story? Yes. How did we start dating? When? Where? People will ask questions, Adnan. We need to have the same answers. She was right. I sat down and we started creating our fake relationship story. Let's say we started dating 2 months ago, Sarah suggested. We were working late on the Johnson project. Remember that one? Yes. The one where we had to stay until midnight for 3 weeks. Perfect. So one night, we were both tired, ordered pizza, and started talking about things other than work. We connected. I made the first move. You made the first move? I asked, surprised. She smiled. Of course. I'm an older woman, Adnan. In these age gap relationships, the older woman is usually more confident, more in control. It makes sense. Age gap relationships? I repeated. Yes, I'm 9 years older than you. People will notice. We need to own it, not be ashamed of it. Over the next few days, something strange started happening. We would practice our story during coffee breaks, small moments here and there. And the more we talked, the more I realized how easy it was to talk to Sarah. She wasn't just my strict boss. She was funny, smart, and surprisingly easy to be around. She told me about her life, her dreams, why she focused so much on her career. I was engaged once. She told me one evening, 5 years ago. He left me because he said I cared more about my job than him. Maybe he was right. After that, I decided work was safer than love. That's sad, I said. Maybe. But I built a good life. I'm successful, independent, strong. I don't need anyone. Everyone needs someone, I said softly. She looked at me, and for a moment, something passed between us. Something real. Maybe, she whispered. 3 days before the party, Sarah suggested we practice. Practice what? I asked. Acting like a couple. We need to be comfortable with each other. Holding hands, standing close, things like that. We met at a quiet coffee shop after work. Sarah wasn't wearing her usual professional clothes. She wore jeans and a simple top. She looked different, younger, more relaxed. Okay, she said, sitting across from me. Let's start simple. Hold my hand. I reached across the table and held her hand. Her skin was soft and warm. Look at me like you love me, she instructed. I looked into her eyes. They were beautiful, dark brown with little gold flecks. Had I never noticed before? Not bad, she said. I am nervous, I admitted. It's... I admitted. I admitted. I am. I am. Why? Because this feels real. She paused. It's just acting, Adnan. Right. Just acting. But was it? We practiced more. She taught me how to put my arm around her waist naturally, how to lean in when she talked, small gestures that couples do without thinking. You're a quick learner, she said, smiling. I have a good teacher. As we walked to the parking lot, she suddenly stopped. Adnan, I need to ask you something. Why haven't you moved on from Aisha? It's been 3 months. I thought about it. I guess I felt like I wasn't good enough. She left me for someone better, richer, more successful, more confident. It made me feel small. Sarah turned to face me. Listen to me carefully. You are good enough. You're smart, hardworking, kind, and honest. Aisha made a mistake, not you. The right person will see your worth. How do you know? I asked. Because I see it, she said simply. Then she got in her car and drove away, leaving me standing there, my heart beating fast. The night of the party arrived. I wore my best suit and waited in the hotel lobby. When Sarah walked in, I forgot how to breathe. She wore a black dress that was elegant and stunning. Her hair was down, flowing over her shoulders. She looked absolutely beautiful. Close your mouth, Adnan. You're staring. she said, but she was smiling. You look amazing. Thank you. You look good too. She linked her arm through mine. Ready? One. Fino. As ready as I'll ever be. We walked into the dinner hall together. People turned to look. I saw the surprise on their faces. Adnan with Sarah? Our boss, Sarah? And then I saw Aisha. She was standing near the bar with Rahul. When she saw us, her eyes went wide. Oh God, is that your boss? She whispered loudly to Rahul. We walked over. Time to put on the show. Hi, Aisha, I said calmly. Sarah extended her hand with a perfect smile. Nice to meet you, Aisha. Adnan has told me about you. Round of on ball. He? He has? Aisha looked confused. Yes. You're his ex, right? Sarah's voice was sweet but had an edge to it. I am. And you're his. Boss? I am. And his girlfriend. Is that surprising? Sarah moved closer to me, putting her hand on my chest. Well, no. You're older than him, aren't you? Sarah's smile didn't waver. I'm 35. Adnan is 26. Age is just a number when two people connect emotionally and intellectually. Don't you think? Aisha's face turned red. I suppose. Anyway, it was nice meeting you. Adnan, shall we get some drinks? Sarah guided me away smoothly. As we walked away, I heard Rahul say to Aisha, she's impressive. The whole night, Sarah was perfect. She held my hand, laughed at my jokes, looked at me with such warmth that even I almost believed we were really together. We danced together. Having her in my arms felt so natural, so right. You're really good at this, I whispered. So are you, she whispered back, looking into my eyes. And in that moment, I realized something terrifying. I wasn't pretending anymore. Somewhere between the planning and the practicing and tonight, my feelings had become real. I was falling for my boss. After the party, I walked Sarah to her car. The parking lot was quiet, lit only by streetlights. Well, she said, turning to face me. We did it. That was quite a performance. Yeah, it was. My heart was pounding. Aisha looked pretty jealous, Sarah continued. I think we convinced everyone. Sarah, and now, she interrupted, stepping closer. The deal. You remember the deal, right? The kiss, I said quietly. Yes. One kiss. She looked up at me, her face so close to mine. Unless you don't want to? I want to, I said, my voice rough. But Sarah, I need to tell you something first. Seda. What? Tonight wasn't acting for me. I don't know when it happened, but somewhere along the way, I stopped pretending. My feelings. They're real. She stared at me. Silent. I know it's crazy. I continued. You're my boss, you're older than me, and this was all supposed to be fake. But I can't help it. I have feelings for you, Sarah. Real feelings. More silence. My heart was breaking. Then she smiled. A real, genuine smile. You think you're the only one? What? Adnan. I stopped acting 3 days ago. Maybe even before that. I didn't want to admit it. Even to myself. But being with you, talking to you, laughing with you, it made me feel something I haven't felt in years. Really? Really. So, about that kiss? She put her hands on my shoulders. Let's make it count. I cupped her face in my hands and kissed her. It wasn't a deal kiss. It wasn't a fake kiss. It was real. And it was perfect. When we finally pulled apart, she was smiling. So, she said, what now? Now? Now we do this for real. If you want to. I want to, she said. But Adnan, you need to understand, this won't be easy. People will talk. They'll say I'm too old for you, that I'm your boss, that this is inappropriate. I don't care what people say. You say that now? Sarah, listen to me. I'm 26 years old. I'm old enough to know what I want. We'll figure it out. People talking? Let them talk. She kissed me again, softer this time. Okay, let's try this. For real. The next few weeks were both wonderful and difficult. We kept our relationship private at work, but outside, we started really dating. Sarah took me to her favorite restaurants. I introduced her to my hobbies. We watched movies, took long drives, talked for hours about everything and nothing. I learned so much about her. She loved old Hindi songs. She was scared of cockroaches. She cried during sad movies but would never admit it. She was strong and confident, but sometimes, late at night, she was vulnerable and scared. And I fell deeper in love with her every day. But then people at work started noticing. Hey, Adnan. My colleague Zain said one day, I saw you with Sarah, ma'am, at the mall last weekend. Are you guys dating? I hesitated. Yes. Dude, she's our boss. And she's like, way older than you. Doe. And natter 10 natter. She's 9 years older. So what? So what? Man, people are gonna talk. This is weird. And talk they did. Within a week, the whole office knew. Some people were supportive. Others whispered and gossiped. He's dating her for career advancement, someone said. She's having a midlife crisis. Another person laughed. This relationship won't last. Age gap relationships never work. Sarah heard all of it. And it bothered her, even though she tried to hide it. One evening, she called me to her office after everyone left. Adnan, we need to talk. My heart sank. About what? About us. About the gossip. About everything. Sarah, listen to me. I'm 35. In a few years, I'll be 40. You'll still be in your early 30s. When I'm 50, you'll be 41. Do you understand what that means? It means we'll grow old together. It means I'll grow old faster. She said, her voice breaking. Adnan, what if you wake up one day and realize you want someone younger? Someone who can give you more years? I walked over and took her hands. Sarah, look at me. Age is just a number. What matters is how we feel right now, today. I love you. Not the 3-5-year-old boss. Not the successful woman. Just you. The person who loves old songs and cries at movies and makes terrible jokes. That's who I love. But people will always talk. Let them. Our relationship is ours, not theirs. We're not hurting anyone. We're just two people who found something real and beautiful. Why should we give that up because of what other people think? She was crying now. I'm scared, Adnan. I'm scared of getting hurt. I'm scared of loving you and losing you. Then we'll be scared together, I said, wiping her tears. But let's not give up without even trying. Well, when I wanting to the less counted braided. She hugged me tight. Okay. Let's try. 2 months into our relationship, something unexpected happened. Aisha called me. Adnan, can we meet? I need to talk to you. I told Sarah about it. Go, she said. Hear what she has to say. I trust you. I met Aisha at a coffee shop. She looked different. Tired. Sad. Thank you for coming, she said. What did you want to talk about? I made a mistake, Adnan. I waited. Rahul and I broke up. He wasn't who I thought he was. He was controlling, jealous, and obsessed with status. Being with him made me realize what I had with you. Aisha, I want you back, Adnan. I know I hurt you, but I'm sorry. Really sorry. We were good together. We can be good again. I looked at her. This woman I thought I'd never get over. And I felt nothing. No anger, no sadness, no longing, just peace. Aisha, I've moved on. With that woman? Your boss? She laughed bitterly. Come on, Adnan. She's 9 years older than you. This is just a phase. You're dating her to make me jealous, right? Like the fake relationship at the party? It's not fake anymore. I love her. Love? Aisha's voice rose. You barely know her. This is just some older woman, younger man fantasy. It won't last. You're wrong, I said calmly. What Sarah and I have is real. More real than what you and I ever had. Why? Because she's older? More experienced? Come on, Adnan, be realistic. What future do you have with her? A happy one, I said simply. Sarah taught me something important, Aisha. She taught me that love isn't about age, money, or what other people think. It's about respect, understanding, and genuine connection. We did. No, we didn't. You left me because I wasn't successful enough, rich enough, impressive enough. Sarah loves me for who I am right now. She doesn't want to change me. She accepts me completely. That's the difference. Aisha was crying now. Please, Adnan, don't throw away what we had. I'm not throwing it away. You already did that. I'm just moving forward. I hope you find happiness, Aisha. I really do. But it won't be with me. I stood up and left. As I walked out, I felt lighter than I had in months. 3 months later, Sarah and I decided it was time to tell our families. My parents came to the city for dinner. I was nervous. Mom, Dad, there's someone I want you to meet. Sarah, my girlfriend. My mother's eyes went wide when Sarah walked in. My father looked confused. During dinner, it was awkward. My mother kept staring at Sarah. Finally, she said, Beta, how old is she? I'm 35, Auntie. Sarah answered confidently. 35? And Adnan is only 26. My mother looked at me. Beta, this is not right. She's too old for you. Mom? No, let me talk, Sarah interrupted gently. Auntie, I understand your concern. The age difference is unusual, I know. But I love your son. He makes me happy in ways I never thought possible. And I hope I make him happy too. But what about the future? My mother asked. What about children? Marriage? We've talked about all of that, I said. And we'll figure it out together. Mom, Dad, I love Sarah. She's kind, intelligent, successful, and she makes me a better person. Isn't that what matters? My father, who had been quiet, finally spoke. I've never been more sure about anything in my life. He looked at Sarah, then at me. Then he smiled. Then we're happy for you. If she makes you happy, that's all that matters. My mother took longer to accept it, but eventually, she came around. Seeing how happy I was, how well Sarah treated me, she couldn't deny that this was real.
A year passed. Sarah and I moved in together. It wasn't always easy. We had fights about silly things. Who forgot to buy groceries, who left dishes in the sink, and whose turn it was to do laundry. But we also had beautiful moments. Sunday mornings in bed, reading together, cooking dinner together and making a mess of the kitchen, dancing in our living room to old songs, talking about our dreams, our fears, and our hopes. People still talked sometimes, but we learned to ignore them. What we had was too precious to let other people's opinions destroy it. One evening, I came home to find Sarah on the balcony, looking at the sunset. Hey, I said, putting my arms around her from behind. What are you thinking about? About us. About how a year ago, this was all supposed to be fake. One party, one kiss, and done. And look at us now. Regret it? I asked. She turned around and kissed me. Never. Best deal I ever made. The kiss? No, you idiot. Giving us a chance. I pulled out a small box from my pocket. Her eyes went wide. Sarah Khan, will you marry me? I know I'm younger. I know people will talk. I know there will be challenges. But I love you. And I want to spend the rest of my life with you. She was crying and laughing at the same time. Yes. Yes, of course, yes. As I put the ring on her finger, she kissed me again. I love you, Adnan. My fake boyfriend turned real fiancé. I love you too, Sarah. My boss turned girlfriend turned future wife. 6 months later, we got married. It was a small ceremony with close friends and family. Even Aisha sent a card wishing us well. Today, people ask us all the time, how does an age gap relationship work? Here's what we tell them. Love doesn't follow rules. Society has all these ideas about who should date whom, what age differences are acceptable, and how relationships should look. but real love doesn't care about any of that. Age is just a number. What matters is emotional maturity, shared values, and genuine connection. Sarah, being 9 years older than me, doesn't change how well we understand each other. Communication is key. We talk about everything, our fears, our insecurities, our dreams. We don't let problems build up. We face them together. Ignore the noise. People will always have opinions. Family, friends, colleagues, and even strangers. You can't control what they think. You can only control how you respond to it. Be confident in your choice. When you're secure in your relationship, other people's doubts can't shake you. We know what we have, and that's enough. Respect and equality matter. Just because Sarah is older doesn't mean she dominates me. Just because I'm younger doesn't mean I'm less mature. We're partners, equals, and teammates. Looking back, I'm grateful for that embarrassing moment with Aisha. If she hadn't shown up that day, I never would have asked Sarah for help. I never would have discovered this amazing woman who was right there all along. Sometimes the best things in life come from the most unexpected places. Sometimes a fake relationship becomes the realest thing you've ever known. Sometimes the person you never expected to love becomes the love of your life. And sometimes, all it takes is one kiss to change everything.